What is up, guys? DS3TV here. We are here for another video, and this one is another one from Salmonella Academy, The Journey of a Beef Cow. So this one should be really fun to watch. Don't really know too much about farming or how livestock works a lot, because I am what you would call a city boy. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Also, subscribe to the channel. We need 1,000 subscribers by Valentine's Day, so please subscribe to the channel. And also, you can put videos that you want me to react to in the comment section down below. And yeah, so let's get into it. And let's watch Salmonella be the best Salmonella he could be, talking about the journey of a beef cow.
Hey kids, do you ever feel like life has passed you by? Does the daily grind leave you feeling trapped in your own life like an animal in a cage? Well, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy some fun facts about livestock while you're at it.
You're definitely right. You could be depressed as you are, but hey, enjoy a good video.
Today, I'll be giving a tour of the life, death, and processing of the American beef cattle. Disclaimer, this video is only a basic summary of some common industry practices. No two farms are alike, some are nicer, some are worse. I'm not a shill, please don't get mad at me. Now, in the beginning, there was nothing.
I like how you put PETA there, even though PETA has done... You can actually probably say that they have done worse things to animals than at those farms, but we're not going to talk about that in this video.
And then God said, "Let there be light." And it was good. Henceforth you shall be called Craig. At birth, the calf weighs
boy Craig
somewhere between 60 and 100 pounds. The males are typically castrated within the first couple of weeks, usually without anesthetic. The main point of this is to keep the steers mellow later in life, but it also stops their male hormones from giving the meat an off taste that the American palate isn't really accustomed to. Anyway, things started off pretty good for Craig. Drinking milk, hanging out, the life. After a while he figures out you can eat the floor. That's cool. But then after about 10 months he gets loaded into the cattle cars. If you're a history buff like me, you know that's not a good sign. Little does Craig know, he's been auctioned off to a feedlot 1,000 miles away. Here the cattle are packed together like sardines, if sardines were 500-pound terrestrial mammals. The menu consists of random roughage and energy-dense feed like corn so they can pack on the pounds more quickly. Overall, this environment puts a good deal of stress on the beast, which can end up taking a toll on his health. But it's nothing.
Aw, poor Craig.
A little visit from the antibiotics fairy can't fix. Once fully grown, Craig gets taken to the packing plant. This is where the magic happens, and by magic we mean mechanically automated goring into commodities. This is where things get messy, so try to forget that we gave this random animal a name a minute ago. In order to keep things as humane as possible, a worker will first use this device, referred to as a stunner. Here's a demonstration. This renders the beast instantly unconscious, or worse, but potato at this point. Its ankle is then attached to a conveyor rail, which will gently guide the animal along the rest of its journey. First, the cow gets to talk to this man. He's called the sticker. Can you guess what he does? If you said that he gouges out throats for a living, you'd be correct. Over the course of about a minute, the flow goes from torrential downpour to incontinent poodle, by which point our beloved bovine can continue on his way. At the next station, the cow is subjected to high voltage electrical stimulation. Hopefully the nervous system is all out of steam by this point, but if not, the boys on the killing floor will have a great story to tell their wives. Haha, just kidding. The FDA estimates that 93% of meat worker marriages are in shambles. Who knew that 11 hours of pure slaughter every day could desensitize a man?
Who knew?
Anyway, electrical stimulation basically works to speed up the onset of rigor mortis. Getting this process out of the way means the meat won't toughen up once it reaches the freezer. Next, the carcass undergoes a thorough power washing. Like the noble mortician, this hose works to make a lifetime of filth disappear. Unfortunately, though beauty is only skin deep, manure runs to the core, so the cow must be disemboweled to prevent contamination later on. And we might as well get rid of all these other gross bits while we're at it. Then the feds stick their nose in things.
It's amazing to me, I'm just saying this now, it's amazing to me how people, because I still, even though I've never been on a farm or anything, I still know this is how, for the most part, this is how food is made. So it kind of amazes me, how people say, oh yeah, I didn't know my food was being made like this is such cruelty. But I'm it's not really that different of being. It's not that much of a difference of being cruel as like a lion eating like a zebra, or any like. I feel like every animal that eats meat, you know that it comes from somewhere, right? So that's why I never understood. I could never understand that, even when I myself was a vegetarian for almost a year. So yeah, that's something I could never understand.
things to make sure everything is as it should be. Yup, it's a cow. Finally, we send it down the line, evacuate the spine, bifurcate the hind, reticulate the spline, and power wash it again just for good measure. This whole process from bashing to slashing to splashing takes a mere 15 minutes to complete. That means it takes the same amount of time to process 3 half-ton mammals and 1 scheduled license renewal. Try puzzling that one out. After hanging out in the cooler for a couple days, the beef is broken down into its many cuts. Chuck, loin, sirloin, what have you. This is the good stuff. That'll get shipped off as is to barbecues, bar mitzvahs, and bargain bins all across the country. Then you got all these misfit bits hanging out wherever else. Still technically flesh, so we have machines pluck it off, pulp it, and use it to make hamburgers, hot dogs, and the like. Then all the garbage even Americans can't stomach is sent off to the rendering plant to be made into whatever else. So there you have it. I don't really have an outro, except, kinda gross, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
Great video from Salmonella Academy. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of gross where our food comes from, but I mean, I feel like everybody's food is kind of gross. Like, because you're still, like, I don't know if vegetarians or vegans know this, you're still eating, definitely vegans, because I've heard this more so from vegans, that they're not eating live animals because they're eating like, they're eating like lettuce and stuff like that. But I'm like, you realize plants are living. They have blood. Yeah, like we learned this. They have cells and blood and stuff, so they technically are living. Like, I'm very I'm wondering why is that a thing still? Like, why do people say that still? But yeah, this was a good video. Talk to you guys in the next video, and peace.